It's 7 a.m. You've woken up proud of your 16-hour fast. You go to the kitchen, prepare that perfect coffee, and at the last second, you add one tiny drop of milk. And then, despair hits you. Did I just throw everything in the trash? You look at the cup as if it were a bomb about to explode. Do you know that feeling? That doubt paralyzes you for 30 seconds. If you're watching this, it's because you've lived through that moment. And I have a confession, I spent years on that emotional roller coaster. One day, I thought I had ruined everything because of half a piece of sugar-free gum. The next, I was drinking bone broth thinking I was maintaining my fast. It was total chaos. And talking to thousands of people who fast, I'm going to give you something that will change your life forever. And it's not just a simple yes or no answer. It is something much more powerful. You will have the mental tool to decide for yourself in any situation. But today, after literally testing everything on my own body, studying hundreds of research papers, by the end of this video, you will never have that doubt again. I promise. Stay with me, because over the next 30 minutes, your relationship with fasting is going to be completely transformed. Look, I'm going to be completely honest with you. The world of intermittent fasting is a complete mess. There are people who don't brush their teeth because they're afraid of the toothpaste. That's no way to live, a man. Because when you don't know if you're doing it right, that's insanity. You go on Instagram, lemon in your water breaks your fast. You go on TikTok, sweeteners are fine, use as much as you want. You ask a friend, man, the important thing is not to go over 50 calories. And there you are, in the middle of this information war, not knowing who to trust. Worse, you're literally afraid of everything. I would drink my coffee with coconut milk, thinking I was crushing it. The result? 0. Nothing. I didn't lose a single pound. There are people who stop taking their medication because they thought the capsule had sugar. I once received a message from someone who went 3 days without taking their high blood pressure medication because they were protecting their fast. You're going to leave here knowing exactly what to do in every situation. And you know what the worst part is? This uncertainty is sabotaging your results. Black coffee, tea, lemon, sweeteners, supplements, toothpaste, gum, medications. I'm going to show you the exact impact of each one. Get anxious all the time. It has to do with your biological clock, and when you understand this, you'll realize that when you break your fast is just as important as what you consume. And why this answer will change how you see every decision during your fast. I'm going to show you real situations you'll face, and how to make the right decision based on your specific goal. Make decisions based on fear, end up quitting because it's too complicated. It's a simple method you'll use forever, in any situation, to decide if something breaks your fast or not. Miss out on the real benefits of fasting. I'll tell you something, I spent 2 years doing dirty fasting without knowing it. Seriously. Because you're going to want to come back here whenever a new doubt comes up. It helps me a lot to reach more people who are going through the same confusion you went through. I read all the comments and answer as many as I can. It wasn't fasting's fault. It was the fault of wrong information. That's why today I'm going to give you something no one else will, total clarity. In the next few minutes, you will discover, first, the real science behind fasting. Why does it work? What happens in your body when you stop eating? Second, the rule that 99% of people completely ignore. Third, we're going to analyze it item by item. Fourth, the reality check. And finally, the ultimate mental tool. Oh, and one important thing, save this video to your favorites. Before we continue, do me a favor, if you've made it this far and you're enjoying the content, leave a like on this video. And tell me in the comments, what was the most absurd situation you've ever been in, afraid of breaking your fast? Now, let's get to it. Let's understand what really happens in your body when you fast. Imagine your body is a hybrid car. It has 2 types of fuel, sugar and fat. When you eat, especially carbohydrates, your body releases insulin. Insulin is like a security guard who takes all the energy that has arrived and sends it to be stored in the warehouses. At this moment, you are in a storage mode. While insulin is high, fat burning is blocked. It's like there's a sign at the entrance, fat burning prohibited. Now, when you stop eating for a few hours, insulin starts to drop. And then another hormone comes in, glucagon. Glucagon is the opposite of insulin. It goes to your energy stores, including your body fat, and says, "All right everyone, time to get to work." You enter burning mode. The sign changes to, "Welcome to the fat burning department." So, when someone asks, what breaks a fast, the real question is, what makes my body release insulin and switch back to storage mode? And here's the first big reveal, it's not the calories that matter. It's the hormonal response. You can consume something with 0 calories and still break your fast if it triggers insulin. They take these broken pieces and recycle them to build new, healthy parts. On the other hand, you can consume something with some calories and maintain the fast if there's no significant hormonal response. That changes everything, doesn't it? But there's more. This clock controls almost everything: sleep, hormones, digestion, metabolism. Anything that causes a significant insulin spike will pause the cellular cleanup. Within the fast, there's an even more incredible process called autophagy. Think of autophagy as your body's cleaning and recycling crew. When you're in a prolonged fast, your cells start to eat their own old, damaged, and dysfunctional parts. It's as if your body is a house that, during the fast, takes the opportunity to do a complete renovation, throwing out what's useless and fixing what can be repaired. Autophagy is linked to longevity, a reduced risk of diseases, and a powerful anti-aging effect. Hormones like melatonin were starting to be released, body temperature was dropping, metabolism was slowing down. And here's the crucial point, insulin is the main inhibitor of autophagy. So, if your main goal with fasting is autophagy, your tolerance for fast breakers is much, much lower. Now for the part that 99% of people completely ignore, and which might be sabotaging your results without you even knowing it. Your body has an internal 24-hour clock, called the circadian rhythm. And it's calibrated by 2 main signals, light and food. Morning light tells your brain, wake up. Time to have energy. Food tells your body, time to digest and store energy. The problem is when these signals get misaligned. For example, when you eat very late at night. It helps me a lot to continue bringing free, high-quality content to you. Let me explain with a practical example. Imagine you break your fast at 11 p.m. with a plate of food. What happens? Your body was preparing for nightly repair mode. Then you come along with food. Your body gets confused. Wait a minute, are we supposed to be sleeping or digesting? The result? You increase inflammation, worsen insulin resistance, and harm your sleep quality. This means that breaking your fast with a midnight snack is metabolically much worse than breaking your fast in the middle of the afternoon, even if it's the exact same food. That's why I always say, it's not just what you eat that matters, it's when you eat. The ideal window to break your fast is between 12 p.m. and 6 p.m. That's when your body is naturally prepared to receive and process food. If you work at night or have a different routine, the important thing is to maintain consistency. Your body can adapt, but it needs predictability. Guys, if you're enjoying the content so far, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And tell me in the comments, have you noticed a difference in your results depending on the time you break your fast? I'm curious to know about your experience. Now let's get to the practical part. Let's analyze item by item what you can and cannot consume during your fast. Let's start with the green zone. These are the things you can consume without fear, without paranoia, without anxiety. Water seems obvious, but it needs to be said. Plain water, with or without gas. Essential. No discussion. Some people ask about lemon water, but I'll talk about that in a moment. Black coffee. Here's the question everyone asks. Does black coffee break the fast? The answer is, no, it does not. Some studies show that caffeine can increase autophagy. Black coffee has less than 5 calories per cup, doesn't stimulate insulin, and the caffeine can even enhance the benefits of fasting. But be warned, black coffee. No sugar, no milk, no sweetener. Just coffee. Caffeine can stay in your system for up to 8 hours. And another thing, if you have anxiety or sleep problems, pay attention to the amount and timing. Plain tea, green tea, black tea, herbal tea. No sugar, no honey, nothing. Green tea is especially interesting because it has catechins, which can enhance autophagy. It's like a turbo boost for your fast. Salt, electrolytes, a pinch of quality salt in your water has no calories and doesn't cause an insulin response. I avoid common table salt because it has anti-caking agents and other things I don't need. In fact, it can help you feel better during a fast, especially if you sweat a lot or exercise. I use pink salt or sea salt. Apple cider vinegar. A tablespoon of apple cider vinegar has about 3 calories and can even improve insulin sensitivity. Some studies show that vinegar before meals can reduce the glucose spike. So it can even be strategic. You can consume them without fear, without paranoia. They're your allies during a fast. But be careful, pure vinegar is very acidic. Always dilute it in water. These are the things that have a minimal or disputed impact. The answer depends on why you are fasting. These are the green zone options. Now let's move to the yellow zone. This is where the confusion lives. Lemon water. A slice or a few drops of lemon have a negligible amount of calories and sugar. For most people aiming for weight loss, it will not break the fast. We're talking 2 to 3 calories, man. Your brain tastes sweet, thinks sugar is coming, and already starts preparing insulin. But if you're an autophagy purist, or have a very sensitive gut, you might prefer to avoid it. But when I cut them out, I felt my sweet cravings decreased. After 2 to 3 months, try cutting it out for a week and see if it makes a difference. My recommendation, if it helps you drink more water and stick to the fast, use it. The benefit outweighs the damage. 0-calorie sweeteners. This is the million-dollar question. Do sweeteners break the fast? The technical answer, they have no calories, but some studies show that the sweet taste can, in some people, trigger a small release of insulin. It's called the cephalic response. But note, this doesn't happen to everyone, and even when it does, it's a minimal response. My personal experience, I used sweeteners for years while fasting and maintained all my results. My recommendation, if you're just starting and a sweetener helps you stick to the fast, use it. Toothpaste. Guys, for the love of God, brush your teeth. Seriously, I've seen people stop brushing their teeth during a fast. That's crazy. The amount of substances you absorb from toothpaste is insignificant. And you spit it out, you don't swallow it. Your oral health is much more important than this paranoia. Sugar-free gum and mints. Same logic as sweeteners, but with an added issue, the act of chewing can signal your digestive system to prepare for food. Also, some gums have polyols, like sorbitol, that can cause intestinal discomfort. I avoid them, but if you need it to avoid eating worse things, it's okay. Medications. This is serious. Never stop taking your medication because of a fast. Most medications have a negligible amount of sugar or starch. We're talking milligrams. If it's micronutrients, it's generally okay. Your health comes first. Always. If you have a question about a specific medication, talk to the person who prescribed it. But don't stop taking it on your own. Supplements. Depends on the supplement. Vitamins in a capsule? Generally okay. Whey protein. Breaks the fast. BCAAs? Breaks the fast. Fish oil? A gray area, but I would consider it okay, for most. The general rule, if it has protein or sugar, it breaks the fast. Now let's move to the red zone. These things will break your fast, no discussion. Any kind of sugar: white sugar, brown sugar, honey, agave, maple syrup, coconut sugar. It doesn't matter if it's natural or less processed. Sugar is sugar. It will trigger insulin instantly. Milk or cream in coffee. Here's the truth that hurts. Yes, it technically breaks the fast. Milk has lactose, which is sugar, and proteins. Both cause an insulin response. Is it a small amount? Yes. Will it nullify all your efforts? Probably not. But the fast, in the strictest sense, will be broken. My experience, I spent 2 years drinking coffee with coconut milk, thinking I was maintaining my fast. The result, 0. When I cut it out, the results appeared. Bone broth. I know. There are gurus out there saying bone broth maintains the fast. But let's be honest, bone broth has amino acids, collagen, and other nutrients. This will generate an insulin response. But technically, it breaks the fast. It's a popular tool for long fasts, over 24 hours, because it provides minerals without overwhelming the digestive system. Juices and smoothies. Even the green and detox ones. Juice is concentrated fructose that goes straight to your liver. It's like drinking liquid sugar. A smoothie has fiber, but it's still a sugar bomb. If you want the benefits of fruit, eat the whole fruit during your eating window. Sodas, even 0, the 0-calorie ones technically don't break the fast, but I put them in the red zone for other reasons. Soda, even 0-calorie, can alter your gut microbiome, maintain a sugar addiction, cause inflammation if you're fasting to improve your health. Soda doesn't make sense. Protein powder, whey, casein, plant-based protein. They all break the fast. Protein is one of the biggest insulin stimulators. It's literally the opposite of what you want during a fast. BCAAs, amino acids, this is one of the biggest traps. BCAAs are branched-chain amino acids. They are one of the most potent triggers for switching off autophagy. Taking BCAAs during a fast is like stepping on the brake and the gas at the same time. If you work out fasted, it's better to train with nothing at all. Your body has enough energy for a workout. Guys, we're nearing the home stretch, but first I want to know, how many of you have made a mistake from the red zone, thinking you were maintaining your fast? Let me know in the comments what your biggest mistake was. It's okay, we've all made mistakes. The important thing is to learn. And if this video is being useful to you, share it with someone you know is going through the same confusion. Let's spread quality information. Now comes the most valuable part of this video. I'm going to give you the mental tool you'll use forever. Whenever you have a doubt about something, ask yourself, what is my primary goal with this fast, right now? If it's maximum weight loss, your focus is to keep insulin low for as long as possible. Green zone, go for it. Yellow zone, be careful. Test it and see if it makes a difference in your results. Red zone, avoid. If that spoonful of sweetener helps you not eat a piece of bread, it's worth it. If it's gut health, your goal is to give your digestive system a complete rest. Pretty much just water. Maybe some herbal tea. Even coffee can stimulate stomach acid production. If it's longevity and autophagy, here, you become a purist. Water, maybe some green tea. Anything that could signal cell growth is out. Even that tiny drop of lemon might be questionable. If it's simply sticking to the habit, if a drop of milk in your coffee is the only thing keeping you from eating a bologna sandwich, then have the coffee with milk. A dirty fast is better than no fast at all. And here's a truth few people talk about, your goals can change. On Monday, you might be focused on weight loss. On Friday, you might just be trying to stick to the routine. And that's okay. The important thing is to be aware of what you're doing and why. There's no such thing as a perfect fast. There's the fast that works for you, in your life, with your goals. From now on, every time you have a doubt, you'll use this tool. You won't need to ask others anymore. You'll know how to decide for yourself. Let's look at a few practical situations you'll face. Situation 1, you're at work, dying for something sweet. Goal, weight loss solution, green tea or black coffee. The bitterness helps cut the craving for sweets. Situation 2, you need to take your blood pressure medication. Goal, any of them. Solution, take the medicine, obviously. Health comes first. Situation 3, you're fasting for autophagy, but you have a headache. Goal, longevity, but you need to function. Solution, salt in your water. It could be dehydration or a lack of electrolytes. Situation 4, you're at a family barbecue at 11 a.m. Goal, maintain the routine without creating social conflict. Solution, break your fast early today. Social life is also health. Situation 5, you woke up, forgot you were fasting, and drank coffee with milk. Goal, any of them solution, don't panic. Just start your fast again from that moment. See how much easier it is when you have clarity on your goal? Let's recap what you learned today. First, what breaks a fast isn't a matter of calories, it's a matter of hormonal response, mainly insulin. Second, your circadian rhythm is crucial. When you break your fast is just as important as what you consume. Third, you now have the mental tool to decide for yourself, based on your goal. Most importantly, the confusion is over. You no longer need to live in fear of every decision. You now have knowledge. You have control. You can make conscious choices based on your goals. There's no such thing as a perfect fast. There's the fast that works for you. And if you've made it this far, it's because you're committed to your health. That makes me very happy. Now I want to know from you, what item on our list surprised you the most? What was the biggest discovery you made watching this video? Tell me in the comments. I read them all and answer as many as I can. If this video finally resolved your doubts about intermittent fasting, leave a like so more people can find this answer. And if you want more definitive guides like this to optimize your health, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell. Thank you for dedicating this time to take care of yourself. I'll see you in the next video. And remember, you are in control now. Use it wisely.